exercise with Daisy. So this is the first time we've used the e-collar on at all, really, at all. I'm just gonna be kind of going from point A to point B, like back and forth. And as she gets kind of stuck on stuff, like watching the person walk by or the bike or whatever, the dog, I'm gonna go the other way and I'm gonna tap on like a low level that she can clearly feel. So like that would be a level 10 today. So nothing too jarring, it's just the repetition and the consistency of it. And then I'm gonna start to add the word come as I tap, okay? So that's gonna be kind of the beginning of recall, and also it's gonna help de-escalate her and condition her to the remote collar all at the same time. So I just have a short leash today. You can use a slip lead, like a longer slip lead or any kind of slip lead. I have a prong collar on her today, but really the pressure she's gonna be feeling is from the remote collar. I have a loose leash. I don't care what side the leash is on the dog. She just generally has to be turning with me on these turns. So we're not doing a heel, we're not doing a structured walk, none of that. She's kind of free, so to speak, as long as she's moving with me when I turn. So right there, I'm just gonna hold it and give a little pressure right there. Right there. So you sort of tap like right at that moment that you would be giving a little leash pressure, because this e-collar works in conjunction with the other collar your leash is hooked up to, and so you're kind of layering it on top. So if you only had the leash, what would be the moment when I do this turn where I give pressure right there, and then I release the pressure, right? And that's super important, is to release that pressure as fast as you can. So right in that moment, that's the tap, right when you are also engaging the leash. Right there. When I move my hand up, I'm tapping. Right there. Good. If I can just like stop, and you be patient here, let her kind of get hooked in. There's a person walking by. Come. Good. And I just held that down for like 2 seconds maybe. So in this low level, you can kind of work with that continuous pressure. I'm saying come right when my finger goes on that red button. And then as soon as I get the turn, I'm off the button. So right here, come, good. Come, good. But there's like some birds, come. So use the distractions that normally you get really stuck and frustrated with, like birds and squirrels and people and bikes. All that stuff is like, when you start to bring this in, you use all that stuff in the drill. I might turn it up like to an 11 or 12. You know, it's like, you can tell kind of what level it needs to be at, depending on the dog's motivation when they feel it. I can tell there's a little bit of motivation. She can feel it a little bit. We're definitely on the working level, but I can also bump it up by 1 or 2 notches just to kind of see if I can increase the motivation without it being too intense for her. Come. Okay, so that I'm on an 11. I might go to a 12 and see. Come. Good. So did you see that turn? It was super motivated. Let's try a 12 again. Come. Good. Still on a 12. Come. Good. So when we have the distractions that usually used to set her off, working on a little bit of a higher level is a good thing. So anyways, you guys, that's a little intro on the e-collar mini educator. If you have any questions, comments, drop them below. My website is balancedpackcaninetraining.com. And hope you guys have a great day. Okay, bye.